A $100 million proposed marina at Waipiro Bay in the Bay of Islands is causing a stir among locals and scientists. Susan Botting is Northland local democracy reporter and with us now. Hey, Susan.
Hi, Ryan. How are you going?
Yeah, very good, thank you. This marina, I've read a lot about it. Lots of different groups coming together to oppose this.
That's correct, yes. Quite a stash of people, and they've all put their points of view to the Minister of Infrastructure, ultimately at the moment, about what they think about whether the marina should proceed or not. It's actually quite a significant sized marina. It's around about up to 250 berths, which would increase the berth numbers in Northland by maybe 25%. And it's in a pristine, relatively undeveloped area at the moment. And so it's a piece of marine infrastructure that is designed by the developers to open up the Eastern Bay of Islands, and it's going to have a boat ramp as well. And you can see on the diagram of the marina plan that it's even got 14 up to 50 metre long marina berths. And you think about that's quite long. Think about Michael Hill's boat, that's about 42 metres long. So maybe he'd like to put his boat in there, who knows?
So, Susan, what about the Orca? There's been issues or concerns raised about what might happen to the Orca if this thing goes ahead.
Yes, so we've got in New Zealand, in Northland, we have a global Orca research expert, Dr. Ingrid Visser, and she has written a letter to the Infrastructure Minister, Chris Bishop, saying this is not good news for Orca, that there's fewer than 200 Orca, and it's going to be a tipping point to extinction. That sounds quite dramatic, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, so it's about not just one marina, she says. There's always another marina and another marine farm and more shipping. So an Orca lives on a large scale. They swim up to 150 kilometres a day, which is like Whangarei to Auckland or Palmerston North to Wellington or Christchurch to Timaru. And they live on a big picture scale. So it's not just about one local marina in the local area. And Waipiro Bay is one of the relatively untouched and undeveloped places they like to go to for important things like resting. You can imagine if we're going along from A to B and we know that there's always the coffee bar somewhere, and then we get there and we go, oh my God, the coffee bar's not there. So it's a bit more serious than that, but that's sort of an analogy. And so they've got this mind map about where they like to do various things. So in Waipiro Bay,
Dr. Visser has coffee. Yeah. Susan,
the coffee stop, yeah.
How many jobs, because the thing that I've been struggling with a little bit is, I mean, I get it, I get development is good, I get it's good for the local economy. Have they said how many ongoing jobs, not just construction jobs, but ongoing employment there might be for people in Northland?
I think there's around several hundred in construction and maybe half that level for permanent ongoing. Yes, it's quite a big development. It's going to have a reclaimed, probably the first marina in New Zealand to have a large area of reclamation for car parking. It's going to have shops, and there's nothing there at the moment in this area much.
Susan, so what's the next step? When do we find out what happens with it?
Well, that's very interesting. At the moment, we are ostensibly on the cusp of the Minister of Infrastructure saying, yes, I think this application warrants the ability of the developers, Craig Heatley, the founder of Sky TV, one of the richest men in New Zealand, and Lee Hopper Developments, and they developed Pawanui Waterways and various other places. I think their application warrants the right to then be referred on to an expert panel for consideration. So he might say yes, or he might say no. So I guess he considers it in the terms of many things, which has included opinions from some of the locals. And also he thinks about the regional and national value of the infrastructure.
Susan, appreciate you coming on the program this morning and filling us in. Susan Botting, who's Northland local democracy reporter and across Waipiro Bay, where they want to put a marina in the middle of a Orca coffee stop.